Hey there, this is Paul from GreenSmart Consulting coming to you in December 2009 with a review of some products which I think actually would be some good Christmas gifts. And if you're seeing this after it, they're just plain good stuff. Now, if you're like anybody else out there these days, you're probably gearing towards eating more healthy foods these days, maybe looking to organics and just generally, greening various aspects of your life. Now, lunch is a problem. Why? Well, yes, you can eat as sustainably as you want, but then if you, let's say, eat out, there's all the packaging, which, yes, it might be made sustainably, but maybe it's made from GMO corn or it's not compostable or blah, 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 any number of considerations. Or let's say you bring your own lunch, okay, but you're bringing in a paper bag, which is paper being used up, and yes, it can be recycled, but if it's soiled at all, it can't be recycled. A lot of things to consider. So, okay, get a reusable lunch bag. Great. But then a lot of them are made with neoprene. Neoprene was actually voted Allergen of the Year by the American Contact Dermatitis Association. I believe that's what they're called. Basically, components of it have been shown to cause skin reactions in a lot of different people. And if you think of it, neoprene has been used in all sorts of things you probably own, which, the cover for your iPod, your wrist rest, the thing that you use for your mouse pad, knee brace, scuba gear, the list goes on and on and on. It's a sort of a ubiquitous thing that we don't think about, but it contains materials to make its shape and stretchiness that cause reactions in people. It off gases, that neoprene smell you smell. It's not so good for you. Um, and it's made primarily from petroleum, which obviously is a non-renewable resource that is a contentious resource to be used. And the alternatives to it that have been made by some of the major companies, they replace the petroleum with limestone, which is in some ways better, but it's another non-renewable resource that you're using up to make this material. So what to do? Well, there's a company out of Grass Valley, California called GreenSmart that they sent me a couple of these things to look at and review, and I thought I'd show to you. They are lunch boxes which are made. Let's see, I'll back up here. They're made out of a material they call Neogreene, which I'll show you more about this in a second, but it's got 25% less petroleum used in it, zero toxic chemicals in it, no smell, um, and 25% less energy to use it, while they're able to make it thicker than neoprene typically can be, and it can be dyed, so they can be made into different colors versus just all black. And it doesn't need any of the typical chemicals to stick it to other materials. So it's quite a good thing to go with. But now they've gone a bit further with it because, for instance, all the products you'll see they're named after various animals. Like this here is the margay, which apparently is a here, let's see what it says it is. It's a tree ocelot, which is a rare cat that apparently is the only one that can walk headfirst down trees. And then this other one here, this guy is called the sifaka, and it apparently is a lemur which can leap 30 feet. But why are they calling these things animals? Basically because 10% of every sale of GreenSmart products these days goes to the World Wildlife Fund and other related organizations helping protect endangered species such as these. So it's kind of neat that you get this good gear that's safe for you and the environment, and it's helping other species and educating like if you gave this to a child, it has that educational component to it that they might be interested in that cool sounding animal they want to learn more about. But so what's the gear itself like? It comes in a lot of different colors. I asked him, I wanted the more manly colors, because I'm going to be using this. But this is the more kind of along the typical lines of your average, what you remember as a lunchbox as a kid, with a few extra touches. Like it's got these two separate compartments here in the front, so you can put extra things in here that you want separate from the rest of it. Then you open it up, and fairly standard, size and proportions. But what's kind of a bonus thing about this material is that it does quite a good job of insulating what's in it, so keeping cool what's cool and warm what's warm. So that's something that you don't get with just a paper lunch sack that you take down with you. And also, another consideration is if your kids are using regular metal lunch boxes, the paint that's on it, what's it made of? Does it contain lead? You can't be sure these days. There's a lot of instances where that's been found. They say one thing and they do another. So keep it clean, keep it clear, and I say make it fun. Like this one, again, it's the Sifaka. Let me back up here. Has kind of an interesting, different sort of shape. I think more appropriate for the women and the girls, or the daring men out there. But one thing that's kind of neat about this one is it's got two sides to it that are totally segmented. So so you could put the warm things over here and the cold things over here, and they're with the Neogreene materials, it insulates them from one another as well as from the outside. They have a fourth one whose name is slipping. I mean, sorry, a third one whose name is slipping my mind right now. But what it does is it has there's a little elastic bit on the bottom of it, so you could put a water bottle and strap it down in there so that it won't be rolling around and losing its contents as you carry your stuff during the course of the day. So I definitely suggest you take a look at GreenSmart. I've been following them for a while now, and really appreciate getting these samples to be able to try out myself, but also to show you. They also just put out a series of like wine sleeves. You can carry wine bottles, one at a time or two together. Again, they protect it from being knocked against when you're carrying it around, and also insulating it, keeping them cool as you carry it to your holiday parties and things like that. They've also got water bottle sleeves and laptop sleeves and all sorts of things. And they have a whole other line that's made from recycled soda bottle based fabric. So definitely something worth checking out. I'll put the URLs with this video, and I hope you enjoyed this today. And please comment if you've got any questions, ideas, or whatever you'd like to suggest. Take care. This has been Paul from Greensmith Consulting.